Good morning! How's your life going? I hope you're still at your best. By the way, this is Teacher Marco, reporting for duty to deliver another episode of learning. And today, we are going to focus about conditional statements. What are conditional statements? Well, conditionals are of two kinds: the real and unreal conditional statements. Do you know that there are two parts of a conditional statement? Yes, that is right. The first one is the if clause, and the second one is the main clause, in which the if clause states the condition that has to be fulfilled by the main clause that states the result. Example: if you heat water at 100 degrees Celsius, it boils. Definitely, your if clause is when you heat a water and the result will be it boils. The second example: if the citizens have abided by the rules imposed, this pandemic would not have been worsened. That's the sad reality. Well, notice that the clause that is underlined once determines our main clause. Otherwise, the underlined twice clause is considered as our if clause. As mentioned before, conditionals are composed of two parts: the if clause and the main clause. I need your cooperation by providing yourselves with your own ballpen and your notebook. Are you ready? I guess you are ready now, because today we are going to present the three categories of conditional statements. The first kind is what we call as the zero conditional. What is a zero conditional statement? Well, it is used to conditions in which results always tell the truth or general facts. Well, maybe you're asking, how do we form the verb in a zero conditional type? We form it with if plus the present tense of the verb attached to its main clause, the present form of its verb. Example: if you cross an international date line, the time changes. Aside from the zero conditional, we also have what we call as the first conditional statement. How do we form this type? Well, if you're talking about things that might happen in the future, or in short, a possibility, that is, you are forming the second type, which is the first conditional statement. How do we form the verb? We abide the rules in having the if followed by the present form or tense of its verb attached to its main clause, the verb will plus the base form of the verb. Example: if we follow proper waste segregation, our land and water will be less polluted. And last, but definitely not the least, aside from the zero and the first conditionals, we have the second conditional statements. When and how do we form it? Well, it is usually formed in expressing results that are improbable or impossible. In short, just and imaginary. It follows the form if plus the past tense of the verb attached to its main clause, having its verb would plus the base form of the verb. Examples: If I won the lottery, I would buy my own island. Or, if she were rich, she would travel around the world. Well, at this point, I want you to prepare your journal in practicing our different categories of conditional statements by relating them to your own ambitions in life. Always remember this great lesson. Nothing is impossible if you condition yourself on the aspect of making an inspiration to your life. And definitely, you will attain it. Again, this is your teacher Marco, reporting for duty, leaving you a great mark on your heart and on your mind. May God bless us all.